Promised head coaches will be joining us throughout the entire 8-hour bonanza we have. Kirk Ferentz, good enough to be our first coach to join us now from Iowa City. And I mentioned Ezra Miller, the #1 player from the state of Iowa, once again staying home to be with you. What's special about Ezra?
Well, first of all, I think he's paying taxes in Iowa City. He's been here about 29 times. I think he set an all-time record. He and his folks were down here an awful lot. And he's a really impressive young man. We think he's a pretty good football player. He's been in our camp the last couple of years. But I really like his personality, his drive, just his basic initiative. He's a really motivated kid.
Like I said on that graphic, it strikes me that offensive line is your strength in this class, certainly up top. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's fair. We really feel good about the group of guys that we have in that position. And, like everybody, we need help there. You never have enough good players at that position. You never have enough depth, that's for sure. And hopefully all these guys will come in and compete. It's going to take them a while to figure things out, but we're anxious to get them on campus and start working with them.
The names, Tyler Andress, Justin Britt, Noah Fenske, anything in particular stand out about these guys specifically?
No, other than the fact I think that we really know them all really well. Justin Britt's joining us from Indianapolis, and Justin was in our camp not this past year, but the year before, and maybe it was as impressive as any kid we've ever had. Not only in the way he performed in camp, he really did a nice job in the one-on-one blocking drills that we did. But I just like the way he conducted himself. He's got a great personality. I was over in his school last week. He's got a really impressive knowledge of football and understanding of technique, which I found to be really impressive for a guy who hasn't been in college yet. So he's very well coached, just an impressive young man.
You're bringing in a quarterback from Colorado, Alex Padilla. A lot of other teams wanted him. Georgia wanted him. Why was he so intriguing to you?
Well, first of all, he's unusual because he can take a snap from under center. That's hard to find a guy like that anymore, so we won't have to train him in that regard. But, again, I think a really impressive young man. The biggest thing about a quarterback is he a winner, and his team has done extremely well. Traditionally there, I think he's been a big part of that. Again, he's received great coaching in his program, and he's just an impressive young man. His dad played football at Colorado State. He was a center. I'm a little partial to centers, so that was a chip in the favor too. But we just like the way he played, like the way he operates, and I think he's got a chance to be a really good football player for us, and hopefully a strong team leader.
DiNardo over here thinks that running back Tyler Goodson from Georgia has a lot of potential. I know you'd prefer to make fun of Jerry, but why is he right on this one?
Well, he's right about most things, quite frankly.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, and I like what he says about Tower, too. Tower's the guy that jumped out at us right away a year ago, and we were fortunate to get his commitment. And then he's hung tough throughout the recruiting process. He's a really dynamic player, a strong player, and I think he's got a chance to come in here and help us compete, too. And we talked about the line position. We've never had enough depth at the running back position either, and it felt like this year we went into every game with basically two guys that we could put in there, somebody who's always nicked up or whatever. So, again, we're excited to have Tower join us.
Kirk, how similar or how different is your approach to the recruiting process now versus back when you started?
I think it's similar in terms of what we look for. And, we really rank, when we look at prospects, we don't look at publications or things like that. We look at their tape and try to get to know them, and then try to compare them to guys that have been successful in our program. And, if you can draw some parallels or links between our prospect and guys that we know have been successful doing what we do, that's kind of what we try to do. Obviously, it's very different. The world's changed so much, and certainly recruiting's changed, I think, more than anything in college football, especially the last 5-6 years. So, and will continue to change. So, you deal with those things and have to be flexible. But I think in terms of what you're looking for and how you go about it, that really doesn't change much.
Your third consecutive very good class according to those rankings. Get ready for that Outback Bowl, Coach. Thanks so much for your time.
I hope those experts are right.
We'll find out shortly. Kirk Ferentz, head coach of the Hawkeyes.
I know Jerry is. Okay.